Hello folks, and welcome to Dive or Die, Children of Rain. And I want to try something different for this kind of playthrough. Joe Saltman only run, how does that look? I can recruit no other survivors and I must take Joe from start to finish. I'll talk more about the limitations and I'll talk more about the obstacles as I go through. And I'm trying to basically play perfect anyway, so I'll turn on Madman mode.
Aye.
You can acquire enough resources on day 1 to get your starting survivor Joe up to level 3. I'm going to make use of that here. How that looks is every item is basically experience. Blueprints, maps even. Minerals, organic material, everything in between. So my day 1 here usually looks like sweeping the entire upper shallows. Maybe I'll find some copper. The day 1 plank wouldn't be too bad either. Hold on to that. And this is one of my favorite loops to do. Or the upper stack. You can loop that every day to find free serrated darts. On day 1, you already have ammunition ready to go for your needle gun. Now, if the pool's nice, do I want to trade an heirloom or a food can for a silicon? I think I will. And that's it for day 1. Here's what my haul looks like today. So also because it's a Joe only run and the upkeep costs are so low that pretty much just one item collected for either morale or nutrition, you start going positive, so it's very low priority. 370 experience is plenty for Joe to go to level 3.
Old Fossil made it back in one piece, did he?
And before I can take him to level 3, the game really does want me to craft a diving knife first, so I'll do that. Right, now priority number 1, at least for craftables in this workshop, for me, will be the rucksack. And it's necessarily a day 2 upgrade because I need algae tissue. The lantern isn't needed right now, but it will be nice. Okay, so Joe Saltman, here are his stats. He got 30 health, 30 sanity, and 50 oxygen. Very, very low across the board, and only 6 kilograms. So the rucksack will take him up to 11 kilograms with the help of being a hard worker, which let's talk about that. Let's talk about skills. So in the early game, I find that what is most important is usually oxygen and carry capacity. You need to get started acquiring resources and you need to spend time in the pool to get stuff done. Health will be the bigger priority for me on this kind of run, and I'll tell about why in just a moment. But right now I'm going to take oxygen because I need to spend more time in the pool. And the 3 starting traits. Sobriety is not going to be useful in this run at all. More like the upkeep costs are not an issue, and the fishing hut is going to also be completely useless, so that is off limits. There's no reason to have him be a blessed netter. Joe Saltman is hardworking every time. Going to level 3, I'll take another point of oxygen. This is where it gets interesting. At least on normal difficulty, there's still a lot of room for diversity in skills and what it is you can take and what you can do, except for the structure manning skills. These are pretty much all useless because Joe is going to be a diver. He's not going to be a structure manner, right? So all these are out. There's little to nothing to be gained from these. The miscellaneous skills, some of these are also interesting. There is viability for a few of them, like physical condition and mental stability. There are no other survivors in the camp, so meteorology and peacekeeping are out. And also Joe is not leading any expeditions, so there's no reason to take foraging there. No sufficient reason, right? Here's why I mentioned, here's what ties into what I said about having a high health stat earlier. So if you take physical condition and get it to level 3, then he becomes immune to most negative physical conditions. This is what's important. Priority number 1 for Joe is to make sure he never contracts physical conditions, period. The reason being, there is a physical condition that exists in this game called punctured lung, right? And a punctured lung is they can't breathe, right? And if they can't breathe, they literally cannot dive. That's what punctured lung is. Punctured lung is this diver cannot dive. And if Joe gets that condition, the run is over. So I have to avoid contracting negative physical conditions through the entire run. Some of them are able to become, like, I'm able to surmount and overcome if I contract them, and there is a way to eliminate physical conditions if I actually contract them, but it's very conditional, and that window actually starts to close the further I get into the run, so it's very hard to do. So there's reason to take physical condition. Mental stability is also the same thing, but for mental conditions, and I find that I don't end up suffering from mental conditions that much. Sanity is mostly an issue in the early game, not so much in the later game. I think there's more labbing and more research to be done about mental stability later, but I really like physical condition. Diving skills is where it gets interesting, right? Because there's viability and there's reasons to take everything. Everything kind of competes. So you can do biology, geology, or scavenging. You can do any of these things, and they do feel good. They actually feel really good. You can also do raw strength. That's actually a fun one. Martial arts is sweet. What is it called? What are they called? The locusts in the farmlands become much easier to manage. And gun handling, this is, in my opinion, the missed darts being recoverable is mostly useful in places like the graveyard and the chasm when you're trying to make long distance shots and then just get out. But for the most part, you're not missing your shots. Everything is pretty close range. So gun handling is viable as well. The needle gun damage. Needle gun is very strong, very good. The two best diving skills I think you can take are swimming and apnea. Swimming is interesting because you don't feel it right away, and it's most apparent when you are dashing, the increase in your movement speed. If you're just swimming normally and not dashing, then the early levels don't feel like they're doing much of anything, but when you're dashing, it's when it's most noticeable. When you get to level 3 and you start doing the tap for the initial speed burst, you do see it. And I find it to be kind of fun. You're doing your little taps and for the speed burst from time to time. It actually gets kind of fun. It's enjoyable. It's satisfying to do. Apnea is incredible. I think apnea is without a doubt one of the best, if not the best, diving skill to take, period. The amount of oxygen that you end up getting out of this skill is insane. Oxygen basically only ever increases for your divers the longer that you spend time with them. So their oxygen just keeps going up, and the oxygen consumption keeps getting bigger and bigger returns. And apnea is so strong that with this, you can start doing entire laps of the pool. That's how much oxygen you can get out of this skill. Apnea is incredible. Do not sleep on this. Do not pass on this if you want to take it. It is always, always, always a safe pick. I want to try swimming. I think swimming can be fun, and at least on normal, there's still room for things to try, right? So Joe's going to be a swimmer. Right, and it's back to the pool. So I don't need the needle gun right away, and what I need to start acquiring resources for is reconstructing the camp. I want to get to the memorial. The memorial is very crucial for the success in this kind of run. My cat is looking to jump to... Hi! Hold on a sec, I'm going to clock in for a few pets. Okay, I'm ready to dive. So I also don't need the needle gun for a period of time in the early game because it will also be an extra 0.5 kilograms of carry weight, which I don't need to clog up my backpack. I can make do without it. I can use just the diving knife. So now there will be rain touched in the pool on day 2. And currently, I am able to kill them at the cost of taking a hit, which is about 15 health. So maybe there's some rain rot to be had early. But what I want to do is start acquiring resources for the first 3 structures, which are the altar, the infirmary, and the memorial. The memorial I do need a rain rot for, but altogether I will need 6 planks, a bit of carbon, bit of iron, and then the algae. But priority number 1 is the rucksack, right? So... I'm gonna head through here. Copper. So there's plenty of algae tissue already looted, and also a plank. So this isn't ready to reveal itself. One more plank, and I'll have all the planks I need for the early structures. I can take 2 more algae tissue to have a completely full pack. So what I'll do is I'll make a loop back again for more serrated darts. Or I could try and find the rain rot. But see, if I had the needle gun, I wouldn't be able to take more. I would already be full. I'll go for it. I got it. Maybe... yeah, I'll head back. I got plenty of oxygen now to head back to the starting entrance. And I'll find an algae tissue. I can open this up, right? And that's it. So there's no pressure to have, like, there's no pressure to have all of the buildings constructed as soon as possible. There's no pressure on that, because some of the progression and what it is I want to do is necessarily locked behind blessed items and some of the more advanced items. So whether or not I'm missing carbon or missing iron for the construction of buildings isn't an issue. Right now, as long as Joe Saltman is coming back with resources every day, that's good. So the higher health that Joe Saltman has, then he gets an increased chance to actually just avoid outright negative conditions and events. And I want that to happen for health, so that he avoids getting conditions like broken vertebrae, like broken rib, and punctured lung. So I'll be going into higher health more than I will be worrying about sanity. And when I heal him above 60, then he will get a 25% chance. Right? The first upgrade was going to be the rucksack, so I'll get that out of the way. Immediately now the dives are going to be that much more pleasant. Again, the needle gun isn't needed right now, so I can still pass. I'll get the structure out of the way. See here, I'm short carbon, but there's no pressure. And I can't make use out of the memorial in the way that I want to until much later anyway. So again, no pressure to get it done. I can still make the needle gun, so sure. And healing balms early are quite useful, so I'll make a stack. I'll make 3 of them. Again, I don't need the needle gun, so I'll unequip it and save myself that carry weight. And now is where the objective can start getting underway. We can start making progress finding idols. And I like to do some initial healing while still attached to the oxygen line. I think today, because my oxygen supply is still rather high, I'll go get the rebreather, and then I'll go get the first idol. This will be more algae tissue. Kind of unlucky that the rain touched was there this time. But it's alright. No way! No way! No way, that got me, bro! Alright, so rebreather. I'll take a memento, why not? %, okay. Go get that idol now. One more time. I don't think there's reason to push trying to get a leech gland, so I'm just gonna head back. Here, do I want to trade health to maybe get a rain rot, or do I want to just go? I think I'll just go. It's not, there's no pressure, right? Yeah, no pressure.
This idol.
So with idol betrayal, going positive, so that's good. Right, still short on algae tissue, but again, it's not needed. Right now, constructing the rebreather is just a smart thing to do. It's so cheap to make, and it just takes care of any preliminary oxygen concerns. Serpent treats are now unlocked, or as my good friend likes to call them, Scooby snacks. And sure, I'll take a lantern now, why not? Joe's gonna go to level 5. So I will go with one more point into oxygen here, I think. And the skills. A lot of these are eliminated just by the nature of this kind of run already, right? So he's not going to be doing any expeditions. He's not manning the lighthouse. He's just not manning any structure over time. So it's either Unbreakable Will, which is great insurance, or he's a Slayer. And I'm trying to play as if I don't lose. So I'm going to pass on Unbreakable Will. So Joe's going to be a Slayer. And that's it for today, right? Gotta head back to the pool. But not without taking the Idol of Betrayal. Take another healing bomb. Okay, so serpents are unlocked, but I don't need them for quite a bit of time. What I will do today with 236 oxygen is I will go through the submarine, I'll start fighting leeches, and I'll go get 2 more blueprints and exit out through the farmlands. If the oxygen is still good, then during my exit, I think I will take a visit to idol number 2. We'll see. That's another limitation which I'll talk about, is the sacrificial altars. I'm able to do that with Slayer. Aren't you convenient? That boonfish is trapped, I'll go for it. I find a trick. Generally keep moving against leeches, because you can deke them. There, waterproof locker and corrosive darts. Oh yeah. I'm remembering why I don't usually go for Idol 2 so early like this, and it's because there's a genuine sanity concern. Also, I'm going to see if I can do this. Look at that. That's very hard to do though, very, very hard. So you'll see me repeatedly try that, but don't expect it to go successfully every single time. So what am I looking at? Some mementos, some food cans. Just so I go positive a little more, I'm going to start to really lay back on that now. And basically let Jack take care of the rest. Already have 1 web coral and 2 insectoid blood. 6 leech glands can get me 3 of the sanity meds. There we go, level 6. Here now, because there is a genuine sanity concern, I'll now throw a point into sanity. And I'll keep going for swimming, right? Try and get that swimming 3. So toxin filtering suit is going to save a lot of sanity. I do want to try and make this. And to do that, I also need to upgrade the workshop to tier 2. So now I got to start worrying about aluminum and a little bit more copper. And same with the waterproof locker, I need silicone and plastic. Make some anxiolytics. Here, I'll build the infirmary. Why not? And the memorial. And that's it. That's all you need in terms of structures. You don't need the library and you don't need the fishing hut. The memorial is where I want to burn items as tribute to get some very needed buffs, but I'm still going to hold back on it. The item that I want to build or to burn most typically is going to be Blessed Web Coral to get the adaptive trait and the Motherly Spirit condition. I'll go more into that in the near future when that happens. Now looking to get the improved workshop and then some more resources just in passing for a toxin filtering suit and save on some sanity. Yeah. So Joe is healthy, and because he's strong, he already has 25% chance to avoid negative conditions and events. He's going to have a health of over 200 to give him a 50% chance, on top of what's called the Motherly Spirit condition to outright just prevent condition from being acquired, because that's what's going to matter at all costs. He cannot contract Punctured Lung. You have to prevent that from happening or it's game over. So Joe Saltman cannot simultaneously man the infirmary and treat himself in a bed. I'll bring all three, and I'll go for idol number 2 today. And I'll need some copper, right? So head back through here. Feel really good to back off from the upkeep supplies. Yeah, just take everything. Right, still gonna need planks for structure upgrades. You're still here. Whoa. Alright, let's give it another shot. Not. I'll take a food crate though, just because it's worth 10, and I can always drop it. And yeah, unfortunately the pacify effect does not work on the locust. One more ore, maybe a silicon. Take a swing over here. There, it's reasonable to dash out there, right? So, another look what the haul is. I could have dropped the food crate, right? For another silicon. This is why it's important to check. Alright, sure.
Oh, hi.
So, with everything that's acquired now, which I will want to do, but not right now, I'm starting to have a lot more insectoid blood, so this can be my first batch of Scooby snacks, right? Sure. I need to still acquire a lot more resources before I do a slew of upgrades. A lot of carbon, iron, just like basically a lot of everything for all the resources I need for the upgrades I want to make. Carbon and rain rot. Again, carbon and rain rot. A little bit of silicon. Definitely carbon. Need a lot more carbon. Now we'll take a bandage. And here now, I can start going to the Stalker Well and get silicon, get lithium, aluminum for the workshop upgrade, and carbon. Carbon does also exist down there. There's a lot of good resources in the Stalker Well. I don't have any corrosive darts yet, but that's okay. And I think tomorrow will be Black Rain, but I've never had a problem with Black Rain. In my first few runs that I've done this, Black Rain just hasn't been an issue. Okay. Having the flashlight off and hugging the walls is sufficient. There's Mark III. One more. I'll find one on the way back. Piece of aluminum. Right there. The last 0.3. I'll do that. So with my remaining oxygen, I think what I'll do is go get some free resources in the form of serrated darts. That's a fair trade for me. I've had a lot of bad losses for lack of oxygen. I've drowned a few times, trying to bite off more than what I can chew. Six aluminum is great. One lithium as well. A little bit more algae, another copper. I will need more copper for upgrades, but that's enough to get started. I have like 5 now. Yep, here's the Black Rain. Praise be. Yep, well spotted, Jack. Okay, Joe, You're going to level 7. With 2 points, I'll go into health. That feels very comfy. Level 8, he gets a very special trait, and I'm looking forward to that. Just kind of pin everything up for a moment. So, the poison spores and leech glands don't have to worry about it. And planks, just maybe got to keep an extra 3 in mind, and then 1 carbon. So, when it comes to carbon, I have 8. So carbon is done. Iron, so that's good. Planks, we have 6, so that's good. Aluminum's good. Coral's good. Rain rot's good. How about copper? Copper, 1 left over. And Joe's healthy, so there's going to be more rain touched in the pool. That's fine though. If oxygen is good, maybe I can scoop a piece of plastic. The Stinger suit, I am not looking forward to going like, okay, I want to have this, I have to have this. There's one section I'll throw it on to try and get use out of, but it's much, much later. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting the rucksack capacity extension, and I haven't got that blueprint yet. That's over in the farmlands. I don't need it immediately. It would be nice to have. I gotta just have the resources available, right? Maybe I'll find some more poison spores and insectoid blood. Only because, right, I remembered I am missing the rucksack extension. Yeah, I'll take some extra web coral. That was a little close. I'll head back through here and get some leech glands. Okay, getting low. I should have picked up more filler. All right. The important thing is coming back, and I got the rucksack capacity extension so I can remember the supplies. This is good, I want this. Holy, I got living wood already? Wow. Okay. Yep, that web coral was definitely necessary. And I now have the algae tissue. I might even be able to get away with upgrading the diving deck if I find enough silicon. And carbon. I'm still low in carbon. Carbon and silicon. Not quite level 8 yet. I'll take the regular path, so that way I get more bloodlust. All right. Plenty of carbon this time. I think I'll drop some iron in exchange for other resources. That could actually count for the meter, but I'll have to content myself with others. Never mind. I'll look for another piece of silicon over here. Alright, game, you got me. I'll take a rain rot. More serrated darts, please. Not bad. Yeah, I think it's time now for the first wave of upgrades. Seven looks good. And Joe now has blessed blood. I'll throw them some food. So I'll take it in a few steps. Start by manning the town hall. Improved workshop. Improved memorial. Improved diving deck. That's okay. Get the first badge. So that's done. Now I'll pass the day, so I don't get fatigued doing anything else. Just release it. Just taking stock again, giving an overview. I have all the carbon I need. I have all the silicon I need. There's no shortage of copper, rain rot. There's no shortage of anything. That's good. So let's get all these upgrades, shall we? Awesome. Here's what Joe's looking like before he gets to level 8. Still clear sky. Well spotted, Jack. Now there's the toxin filtering suit. Don't need any tools or consumables beyond this. Actually, I will need the needle gun, right? Yeah, time to throw it on. Fine. It's okay. With the rucksack extension, now I feel comfortable taking on that extra 0.5. I could also go for a phasing egg. Which way do I want to go? Do I want to go back West Shallows? I think I will. And I'll take the Stinger suit blueprint. Oops, right? Yeah, take everything now, right? I haven't really talked about it yet, have I? Because it's Joe only, I can't bless any areas. So I can't get blessed resources outside of the moonbeams and the gazing moon. But that also means that I will be with lower level enemies. And no jellyfish down here. Basically no access for crystallized rain. I can't find any rain tumors. But the crystallized rain isn't necessary for the upgrades I want to make, so turns out to not be anything I need to win. Sure, I don't need to break that. And make sure the light's off. Let's go through one more time.
Finally.
Nice. And the phasing egg as well. Oh, chanting. Joe's now level 8. Haha, if only we'd known. Okay, Joe, you're going to level 8. This is good. This is good. I'll take his health even higher. And let's talk about these traits, the level 8 traits. Right now, I don't find a use for Rain Mender, especially not on this kind of run. It's only Joe, so there's no reason to take Rain Martyr or Fleeting Blessing. Joe's going to be diving every day, and he's not manning the diving deck, so he's not a blessed leader. Joe is a master diver every time. It's been 10 days, so he's going to just jump like 50 oxygen here. I can get down the first locker, and I'm going to be looking for blessed iron and gold. I need plenty of gold. Blessed algae wouldn't hurt. Blessed aluminum. See, blessed iron is like everywhere. Blessed leash glands, right? There's more gold. So now idol number 4 will take me to the Crimson Basin. Where do I find those foam darts again? I find it in the East Well, right? Where in the East Well was it? Trying to remember. It's not the right side because the right side has the vent to seal with the foam dart, and that gives you the extractor. So the foam dart is earlier than that. I definitely want to find the scooter. So I gotta head back to the farmlands anyway. Trying to remember where the foam darts were. And then the rebreather. I remember the rebreather now is on the left side of the east well. Okay, I'll still take the needle gun. Take the anxiolytics. I'll put this down in probably farmlands. It's a little awkward. The main thing is that I bless web coral. I'm forgetting where the foam darts are. Where are the foam darts again? I was thinking the right spot. I was thinking that the spot with the rebreather, but the rebreather and the foam darts are basically the same side, right? Of the eastern well. Okay. Let me just think one more moment. What do I want to do? Okay. That chair. So I'll take this here. I didn't have to do that right away, but just for peace of mind. I was gonna switch to the dart. Oh, it's up above, okay. put the locker down now over here. Right here is sufficient. So, currently on version 1.5 of the game, the locker is bugged. Bugged in a few ways. First, you can't see your entire inventory, so you can't always interact with the items you want to, and then the locker has a carry capacity bug, which will become relevant later. I did report that bug to the devs, the carry capacity one. Very likely going to be addressed in the future. Do sufficient there. And of course, all the iron. I actually forget if I'll need a lot of blessed web coral, so I'll just stash it all away. Ah, the rain rot. Let's see what else I can scoop up. Going back to the lower web. Their filler. Alright, that's fine. Right, don't do anything, Nos. Whoa, 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 why'd you do that? Got lots of permanent stat buffs, and established a locker in the farmlands. Oh, that's not good. Wow. So that's a, yeah, right? So that is a mental condition. That strikes me as a mental condition. And you got it. So I'll see what it is I can do to work around it. So Joe's going to be burning through oxygen right now. That's not good. That's like everything. All the leeches, that's the stalkers, that's not good. But it's not lost. I have to find the resources in the next area. But I also don't have foam darts yet. Yikes. Okay, so let's work around this. This could have been prevented, right? But let's go through a situation in which the protection wasn't there and he contracts a negative condition. And let's see how that'll play out. Like leeches that I don't remove, locusts that I don't remove, all that's going to... This is why apnea is also really good, right? I did talk about apnea. So the oxygen consumption can be mitigated just by what the skill does, right? See, this is when the game is fun. This is when presented with a challenge. I could do another locker, so I'm not forced to go back to farmlands and stash my items in there that I want to bless. Typically, I want to diversify my options. I want to expand my options. I want to be flexible in what it is I can do with all my items. I usually end up going like a west side, east side kind of setup anyway. I've done that in my previous runs. And this locker can be just outside of the main entrance to the stalker well on the west side. Okay, Joe. So I'll start at the ruined building. Take the flare recipe. I should have crafted extra Scooby snacks. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I was watching the oxygen go down and it didn't seem that bad. Hold on, let me position this up higher. Right above the head. Hey, let's quiz, right? Is this an octopus or a squid? Or is it something else entirely? I only have 2. That's not good. I should have made more. Position this back here. Right there. Okay, 280. And no rebreather goggles. This is my way back out. Try and find gold. Come on. Oh man, I am not remembering. But it's good I have living wood. Okay, I'm gonna head out. Stash these away. Ouch! Okay. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. That's good to bless. Okay. That's what I want in there when the gazing moon event comes around. So we will also see if I contract another negative condition. It's not really noticeable.
Maker tells me we found the Crimson Basin.
Got gold and blood crystals ready to bless, so that's good. That's progress. Nothing happened. Okay. Thank you. So now the Bloodblade blueprint is unlocked. I have to upgrade it twice. Okay, so here's what I'll do. Let's take another peek into the memorial. So here's what protects Joe for the run and what I did not do early enough and I ended up contracting Terrified. Burning web coral. Web coral gives you the motherly spirit condition. Counts for both physical and mental. It just straight up gives you protection from contracting bad things. Chiefly Punctured Lung. It gives you protection from Punctured Lung. It gives you protection from getting a game over on this kind of run. So I want to burn the web coral from Motherly Spirit. That'll prevent the conditions from stacking and accumulating. Past Terrified. Silicon is wonderful. You get Fatherly Spirit. I like copper. I actually do like burning copper if I have something extra to burn, and going on mineral runs in the lower regions like the Crimson Basin and the Graveyard. Mending Spirit unfortunately does not apply. Guardian Spirit is very handy, and currently this is all I can burn until I get the Stillborn Egg. I can burn even more advanced things. I'm fairly sure I need this. I need to cross this threshold. But right now, I'm going to burn web coral. Now, for this kind of run, if you are doing things in the camp, then try to end it with Joe manning the memorial, because then when the next day rolls over, he will lose the new occupation condition and still be manning the memorial, so you can burn another item and then take him for a dive and you won't get fatigued. This is really, really strong, really fun as well if you make him the Hierophant. And then you can burn 2 tributes per day, so then you can back-to-back string burning 4 tributes before your next dive. Okay, so I need more serpent treats. I have plenty of rain rods, so I'll make some here. 8's good for now. And do I want to level him up? I'm gonna let it rock. I want to see what happens. So where do I want to go? I want to try to find the foam darts and the rebreather Mark II. Oh right, I was gonna pass a day. Still a clear sky. Throw some food. So no longer with new occupation. I can burn another tribute. What do I want? Let's make it good. How about lithium? So now he has Guardian Spirit. Now let's go for a dive. Where do I want to go? I need to get to the Eastern Stalker Well, right? Eastern Stalker Well's rather annoying because I can't just take the straight tunnel down south or to the east here, because the crawler, he's always patrolling. See? Always patrolling there. Go this way. The upcoming leeches are gonna wreck my oxygen. Not good. I just can't really go that far right now. Not without blessed items. That way is closed. Oh, it's closed that way. I forgot. Oh, that hurts. I really do have to go through the eastern well. Yeah, I'm kind of blocked, aren't I? I gotta go to the eastern well, and it's much further down. Gotta take the resources. Yeah, okay. Detour around to the locker this way. Throw another blood crystal in there. That's sufficient. Yeah, I'm pretty limited. I have an idea of how to deal with that stalker. Sorry, not stalker, the crawler. Okay, I got it. Gazing moon. 14 days in. That's kind of a long time. Okay, he still gained experience. Well spotted, Jack. Gazing moon, I have to bless everything. Swimming 3. There you go, Joe. Okay, so... Okay. The extra algae is good too. I'll do it like this. Right? Then the moonbeam will hit everything. I'll bring all this with me. See the little speed bursts? That helps. So much carbon. So here's another locker bug. Can fill one item in this slot and then you can't fill the locker anymore. It says its capacity is full, so I can't throw anything else in there. Even though iron weighs only 0.5 kilograms, I cannot take any out because the weight of the entire stack weighs 5 whole kilograms, and that will exceed my carry capacity. The audio cue is going to kind of throw off the moonbeam, but it's okay. Right? Okay. In addition to some more web coral, why not? Nice, right? Right, so what do I want to take home? A lot of the blessed iron, of course. This will be okay. Back to a red, huh? Okay. Okay. So I have oxygen surplus available. I will need these. Start with 4. I have blessed gold. I want to try and avoid using the blessed gold for the recipes, so I gotta be careful. I have to acquire regular gold. Okay, this has to be a progress dive, and I have to try and get that 4th idol. Take the oxygen tanks. If I were to, then I could become impervious for health. Here's what I'll do. I'll bump one of these early webs to draw the crawler away, and then I'll gun it for the eastern well. Do it again over here. There. All right. Yeah, right there. Okay. Okay. I switched back to the knife. That's why I wasn't aiming. I kind of panicked. I'm getting bullied. It's just kind of stuck. Yeah, that entry gold right there is good. Really sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Okay. Oh, it's the other side. Ah, man. I could make a trip for the power saw. Yeah, sure. I don't need that egg. Don't need the blueprint up in there either. It is serrated darts, but not needed. Save the oxygen tank. I'll trade the web coral for rain rot so I can make more Scooby snacks.
Look, Maker.
Alright, Joe Saltman came back. 6 gold in tow, 3 blood crystals. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now he can be impervious. Right, I gotta pull out the blessed leech glands. I should take today off to do some upgrades. Even though I can't do the memorial, it's fine. I still got lots of time to spare. So what's crucial? Here's what allows you to do so much and what makes a Joe only playthrough much more viable is not just web coral, but blessed web coral. So I'm gonna do that here. Blessed web coral gives you the adaptive trait and you don't become fatigued when changing occupations. This is huge, especially for a Joe only run. So I'll do this here and then I can immediately go over to man the workshop. Of the other items I can burn, nothing yet, right? I can't burn blood crystals. I can't burn gold. I have to upgrade the memorial to burn those. Head over to the workshop. Let's see. What I want to do is upgrade this as well. To do that, I have to man the town hall. I can even upgrade the diving deck to get the warper. But first things first. Here I need the many-faced egg, and I only just unlocked the foam darts, so I need to now go seal the carcass to get the many-faced egg. I have all the blessed leech glands inside the locker in the farmlands, so I'll return for those. Do I want the rebreather, or do I want goggles? Or do I want an oxygen tank, right? I definitely want rebreather. Brighter lantern is nice. It's not necessary, but it is just nice. Scooter. It does come as a small nerf in the stalker wells. I'm mostly doing it with the lantern off anyway, so sure, I'll take it. Eldritch Lantern, I think, is what can help against the southern or the lower stalker well. The stalker well inside of the chasm absolutely flares, which I need to go for. I need to go get flares. End the day with Joe inside the memorial, so you get to burn a tribute again when the day rolls over. Again with the Chancing Moon. Okay, I was gonna call it brain rot. I think I'm a fan of taking everything, because even though I will stash more items into a locker if I want to bless them, I still need to be able to carry them to put them in the locker, as opposed to the creative spirit. I will find more minerals, but then I might come up short and I can't take everything. And back to the eastern farmlands, right? No, I do want West Shallows, because I want to get flares. I do have to enter graveyard on eastern side, right? So if I go for flares, I'm on west side. I don't need these rain psalmists. And this will bring me down further. What's up, egg? That kind of backfired. Alright, just straight down now. Sure, right? Holy egg. Right, okay. Less aggressive sharks. So I am on the western side. Sucks, but it's okay. I'm not gonna go for Warper. fishing 1. Yeah. They're hoping that. Idle 5. Oh my god. That's rude. Okay. While I'm here. I got bookkeeping. Okay. I don't want to use the oxygen tank, but I might have to. Yeah, it's annoying. Right, I can't go up. Oh, it went that way. Okay. I don't have time for the blessed leech glands unless I spend the oxygen tank.
Oh, you did it, did you know? Aye.
But I do have a holy egg and idol number 5 done. Black moon. So I could do Black Moon. Yeah, I want to go for the stillborn egg anyway. So this will be a resource run again. I'm starving for algae tissue though. That's going to be important. With Scooter, I can just swim around them and then use the meds. I need to use the meds right now anyway. I have to be careful how much. I don't have much blessed iron left. I have enough for an oxygen tank Mark III and 2 oxygen tanks. Maybe one other thing. Okay, right? So there. I'll do flares, then to the stillborn egg, all the way back around to the farmlands for my blessed leech glands. Sounds like a plan. Oh, and a word of advice. Don't attempt the chasm when it's a black moon event. Just don't. I actually didn't see what I looted. I'll have to see during the diving report. Oh, I got a black orb. What does that do? I don't know. I have not actually seen that one. I'll look for a black chest here and then I'll take the shortcut to the stillborn egg. Okay. That was easy. Right, I wanted to go for stillborn egg. Can I die in here? Dude. 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 This is comically bad. While I'm here, reinforced suit. Okay. Okay, let's work within this carry capacity bug to get out the blessed leech glands. What does it do? All killable enemies around the diver are just gone. Wow. Easy enough. 1.8. Okay, I'm happy with that. So 2 black orbs and a black rebreather I saw. Okay. Wow, another gazing moon. Gazing moon when I want to upgrade stuff. You know. No. It's too good to pass up. It's too good to pass up. Well, I could take a fatigue. I could just upgrade everything, craft the things I want to, and then still go for a dive and take fatigue. It's viable. Yeah, damage resistance on the black rebreather. That's actually pretty good. That's really handy for the chasm. That, in addition to the reinforced suit, I just take half damage on everything. Wait, I actually don't have any more blessed aluminum. Yeah, blessed aluminum. I have lots of iron stashed away, so I'll bless the iron. I absolutely need the blessed iron anyway to get rain darts. Yeah, I need the blessed aluminum because otherwise I literally can't progress the chasm. I've had another think. Joe Saltman is tainted. Joe Saltman is gonna be terrified for the rest of this run. So let this be a lesson that as soon as you should get the ability to burn web coral, do so. The motherly spirit will take care of this. It could have been a lot worse, I'm sure. Level up Joe. I'll give you 77 sanity and higher health. I forgot, I can't upgrade this, so is it worth it? Is it worth taking fatigue for that? Probably not, right? Why bother? Oh, it goes from wood to living wood. I see. Make the suits. Why not?
I can use this to very great effect. This can take care of the ticks inside of the chasm. So I'm going to take this along when going through the maze. Sure, I'll take the oxygen tank. Start in the west shallows to try and find more iron. Then go to the stalker well to find aluminum. Right. I don't have blessed algae. I'll leave those back behind for now. Okay. Interesting. So do I want to be able to burn better items right now, or do I want to get a second idol? I want better items. I can add traits. Let's do that. Joe Saltman. You are a blessed Hierophant. That's fun. So what you can do, I mentioned it earlier, is you can end the day on manning the memorial. When the day rolls over, you burn 2 more tributes. So you can burn 4 tributes, have 4 bonus spiritual conditions for your next dive, which is incredibly powerful. It functions as a very good reset during the time off. Ascendant is just good. It's just amazing. And Quick Learner, that's the one it is. If it was possible, if there was a world in which I was able to get Erudition from a Rain Psalmist, and then for the next level up, I take Erudition 2, then with Quick Learner, I could push that to level 3 and then be able to wash away the... Just some food for thought. I'm going to make him a Blessed Hierophant. This is fun. Right. Okay. New occupation. Absolutely upgrade the workshop. I have to get Eldritch items. And I will go with the memorial. Right, now let's head over to the workshop. I can make some rain darts. Have that ready. I should make 9 of them just in case. There we go, right? So if I took the upgrade, then I could have just gone to teleport all my items sitting in the chest to the surface. It's fine. That can wait until I get my next bit of uranium. I'll make the diving knife Bloodblade. Eldritch Lantern. I'll make this later when I get some lithium. Oxygen Tank Mark III. Yeah, definitely more plastic. Okay. Now, over to the memorial. This is where it gets fun. He has Guardian Spirit, he has Motherly Spirit, so I can now stack 4 extra conditions on top of what I already have. Holy. I can give him Iron Lungs with Blessed Gold. I can also give him Serene. Would it be worth taking Obsessive at this point? Maybe. Maybe this isn't the run for Obsessive right now. I'm just taking my time and having some fun. Iron Lungs is just fantastic. There you go, Joe. Gotta use the scroll wheel now to see how many traits he has. What's the other one? Like, restore. I'll give him the traits for, like, restoring stats for collecting materials. That seems fun. And I'll burn some copper, because I need minerals, right? I need rhenium, I need aluminum, silicon, kind of stuff. Oh, you just lose mentor speed. Okay. Oh, it's because that's until the next day. Oh, okay. You live and learn. I'll give him both of those collector traits. Why not? There. Wow, I've never had so much stuff. Alright, what do I want to do? Find idol number 6, right? Find some rhenium. Oh, right, I have to find blood gates, right? To do maze skip. Bloodgates is inside the cathedral and the Crimson Basin. Bloodgates number 2 is in the Eastern Stalker Well. Takes me to the Crimson Basin. I should make Rain Panacea. I'll go with 6. There. Yeah, I'll want lots more silicon, plastic. That one can give me blood gates. I forget where this one goes. Let's see where the Gravekeeper's going. So, I could stash a whole bunch of items in here and then grab the It That Stores upgrade my next trip over. Actually, it's an upgrade. I'd have to man the workshop, right? It's okay. I could store a bunch of things in here. So let's do it like this. What do I want to throw in? I'll throw in the pills. No way. Wait. Ha ha ha! This is busted. Oh, that's good.
So you went and found it, Chief?
I did go and find it, dude. I would have went and got a broken rib and got even more oxygen consumption. But the motherly spirit protected. That's why you do it. So today's worth taking another day off because I want to reapply the motherly spirit. But that's funny. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take a short break, come back again and do idol number 7 next. All right.
All right, it's a new day. And I'm gonna return to Joe Saltman only. 18 days? That's not bad, okay. Right, and where was I? Right, so now the blood gates are available. I would like to make use of this. Put them down for a maze skip. The Get That Stores is ready to go, right? I got 6. Okay. I want to reapply the motherly spirit. I'll make the blood gates. Basically, the maze skip will be, I go through the maze just once, and the blood gates will then, excuse me, the blood gates will give me passage from the entrance to the exit. Then I only have to worry about the stalker well, which I can address using the flares. It also occurred to me that of all the items I can burn at the memorial, there isn't anything that can give you the dexterous trait. I've been making do without the goggles. I don't necessarily need those. And the carcass is sealed anyway, so I can already see in the water. So I can do the It That Stores. I think I can do pretty much everything. I just might be a little plastic shy, and that's okay. I still gotta do more dives anyway. Right, like what would be necessary? What would be necessary is just the flares, maybe some oxygen tanks, and then the blood gates is another quality of life. But that's about it. So black rebreather, sure, we'll take. Eldritch Lantern, that would also be nice. Then I can do the It That Stores. Some extra flares. I want to have somewhere in the range of, excuse me, maybe like 6. So I'll need more silicone and more plastic. I do have the Panacea in good supply, but I don't really need them just yet, because I also now have the traits that I restore. Also, just what I just did with the rock collector and the trophy collector, it's absolutely busted, right? There's no reason I should be doing this, and that's just so I'm not going to be doing that anymore, right? That's just broken, and anything that I end up that I do with that is purely accidental or incidental. I have a little bit of a cold somehow. I got a light. I got like a runny nose. Not sure where it came from. I could throw on a mentor spirit tomorrow. I'll offer some morale. Whoa, wait, I can do it again. Oh, well, I didn't really read that you can do it at the altar either. Holy, that's really powerful. I'll leave it there. Like, Maker Spirit is funny. Like, it's like, hey, burn this to get even more of this.
It doesn't affect plastic, but it does affect aluminum and pretty sure silicon, which I want more silicon. Yeah. Here's how Joe's looking. He's a little spooked, but nothing he can't handle. Perhaps the Stinger suit? I can go back to the locker and then teleport things. Yeah, I know, I said I wouldn't come here. Just like that, the western pull and loot even more plastic. Still so much oxygen left. I could go get some gold.
I can just teleport all this now. I'll head back now. That was a very good dive. All right, Joe. Put you at give you some sanity, dude. And a swimming of 4. Now it is chasm time. All that blessed iron is paying off. I should make some extra Scooby snacks. Because now, at this point, what else are my resources going for, right? But this is the time to shine. I think I'll try using these black orbs on the ticks and see what happens. Just like this. Because I'll do it a little bit at a time. If the orb doesn't work, then what I could do... Sorry, one sec. So I'm going to the maze, and then I'm establishing the maze skip with the blood crystal. So I want to bring... Do I need my needle gun? I don't think so. If everything goes good, then I'm just going to keep going, right? So trying to do too much with too little. I only have 4 slots. All right, here's what I'm settling on. I'll take the Panacea, because then I don't need to take the Idol of Loss, and I can make even more. You can never have enough carbon, eh? 225 health and sanity, in addition to the collector traits, so I should be good. And here, I'll still make use of the Stinger suit. There's still plenty of time. Yeah, see, so even though I'm limited to 4 slots, you can still pick items back up and still have another item slot. There's a way in which, like, you should be able to pick back up your beacons that you place, and you can place like 10, 20 beacons if you want. You should be able to pick them back up with free will. So, I don't know. Whoa, I'll use these for heals. This maze I still haven't fully mental mapped, but I'll go and see how it pans out. This is helpful to just kind of pass. Okay, they take you back up to about 337. So this is also handy for... I'll see where I can take this.
Kind of unclear if that was the second one. I might just try and go for it. I'll clear these webs. Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, right? Alright, 400 oxygen. That's pretty good. I'll go find that tick. Right, you see that? Ticks are very rude in this section. So can a black orb just bypass this? There's the answer. With 381 oxygen, there's no reason to risk it, right? Oh. Okay. What did I say before? Don't attempt it on a black moon. Well, there's no hurry. He still has motherly spirit. Good. I'll do the upgrade as well on the altar. So this is good timing. And burn even more tributes. So, Idol of Loss has a get me out. Let's see, for fun. Let's find some more living wood. And I'll give him the nostalgic trait and a fanatic spirit. Why not? Alright, reinforced suit. If it isn't apparent, this is clearly at the point where Joe is suffering from success. One shot kill. Right, now I would like some flares and take the black orb, and that's it.
Well then. The tick ran away. Delicious food underwater. Ah, yes. Just what I was looking for. I want to see something. Oh. So it still doesn't actually put you in immediate range of the ability to exit on the shore. So I'm not impervious. Where's the idol? Really? Isn't that interesting? It said that the item can't be dropped, but I guess when I disincarnate, I have to do it again. I actually have to do it again. Well, oh well. Oh, I dropped some flares and panacea. I don't know. Well, that's too bad. Yeah, so there's no idol laying around there. I have a radium fixation. I just can't help but pick it up. Gotta be ultra conservative, you know? You never know what could happen. Oh. Thanks. I actually... Right, there it is, the Idol of Judgment. And just to show, it says it can't be dropped. But somehow I was able to lose it when using Disincarnate. And Disincarnate says it drops everything that can be dropped, but the idol says it can't be, so strange. So let's see. If it can be dropped, I'll do it right here. I'll see what happens. Well then. Turns out it can be dropped. No way! The idol plays the heartbeat. Oh, that's wicked! Wait, how did this... That's supposed to look like that. Yeah.
You did it.
Alright, today's the day, with 12 days left to spare. That should be fun. Alright, this is it. I still have 5 left.
Well, that does it. That is a Joe Saltman only run on normal mode. So I'll head back into the camp and then talk about the run. Right, Joe Saltman has pleased the Rainmaker and averted the flood. So, what Joe is able to do by not having to worry about upkeep is he's able to focus on acquiring resources for the most part. And then from the camp events that happen from time to time, old Jack will just happen to find resources that keeps your upkeep afloat, and you get to continue the rest of the run unimpeded for upkeep resources, which is nice. What do I lose out on? I lose out on new recruits. I lose out on different abilities and different traits that I can find only by means of recruits. And also I lose out on the ability to get drugs from the different expeditions. Like I think it's the carcass. I also lose out on the pay tributes to the altar and get more time. I also lose out on being able to bless areas more readily accessible. I lose out on that option, and I have to rely on Gazing Moon events almost entirely for blessed resources. Fortunately though, it cuts out a lot of the slack from what it is that you don't need. Like, you don't need library, you don't need fishing hut, you don't need infirmary. Joe can get everything done by himself, and so you want to focus workshop, you want to focus memorial, and then diving deck just for perhaps a little bit easier travel. But diving deck also isn't really necessary. Everything can be done from the West Shallows entrance. What do you absolutely need? The Eldritch items, you need rain darts or the blood blade to be able to progress through ticks. If you don't do that, then you have to find the black orbs to be able to destroy the ticks. Lockers are certainly they're not necessary, but they absolutely help with trying to set up getting blessed resources in bulk. Flares are also not really necessary, but that's because I went with the swimming Joe, so I was able to consistently outswim the stalkers even though they kind of spooked me. Oxygen tanks also, even though I was terrified, I didn't need oxygen surplus all that much. There was maybe 1 or 2 spots where I went, okay, I kind of need extra oxygen, but I was able to work around being terrified, which kind of surprised me. But still, you should take this as a lesson to get set up on the motherly spirit as soon as possible so you don't contract negative conditions like this one. Because he's strong, I didn't see any other physical conditions. Like, there was a couple that did come up, but the motherly spirit just straight took care of them, and I didn't see them on Joe whatsoever. This is the way. You want motherly spirit. Then what else did I do? I decided to go swimming. Swimming was cool, and I was eventually able to get iron lungs, and iron lungs with a high swim speed is very fun to do. Swimming actually does start to compete with apnea because you conserve oxygen in the form of just being able to cover so much ground. And I've seen very, very high swim speed builds that you can do the Idol of Severance and the It That Swims, and using the scooter and those 3 things, you can cover the entire Crimson Basin west to east in less than 10 seconds. It is that fast. Who cares about oxygen at that point as well? Swimming's good. Other things are just as viable. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and this was fun for me. I think this was actually fun, and I'm wanting to try this out on a higher difficulty. I'll be trying to make that work and get back to you with another run completed. So, thank you, and take care.